Here, this make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though.
The Last of Us is Naughty Dog shirking off the high adventure of the Uncharted series for a horrifyingly brutal survival horror set 20 years after a fungus zombie-like apocalypse. As survivor Joel is charged with delivering a specific package across the country, a young girl by the name of Ellie, The Last of Us recounts that journey. The game is one continuous story that covers roughly a year of game time and anywhere up to 18 hours of playtime. The relationship between Joel and Ellie is key to the narrative, while gameplay flickers between stealth sections, tackling foes, both savagely human and inhumanly savage, scavenging for items and ammo, and solving the odd environmental puzzle. Visually, the game maintains the same Naughty Dog standard we've been used to, but while the Uncharted series made time to show off its hard-crafted wares with the delight of a high adventure, The Last of Us treats fantastic landscapes with a resigned sigh. Treating the destroyed vistas as visual pornography was never Naughty Dog's aim here. They, Joel and you, see nothing but a city-sized death trap that has to be survived. Yet when the game lingers off faces and body language, even outside the fantastically shot cutscenes, you can see how progressive this game truly is over past works. The visual language is simple. They are all vast warrens of danger, dead ends, and lengthy climbs. The design is fantastic. Every apartment, sewer, and high-rise building feels like they've been built from real-life blueprints rather than tailored to size for a game layout.
Jesus!
Whoa, Nelly. What the hell was that?
In a way, The Last of Us is closest to this year's Tomb Raider in feel, if inversely proportional with its gameplay. It's a fairly linear but lengthy adventure, with little side exploration, yet repeatedly introduces you to large, sometimes multi-floored areas where level design and larger enemy numbers concentrate your character Joel into stalking through tension-filled stealth sections. Stealth is key. A mechanic that focuses Joel's hearing turns the world a dull grey, with nearby enemies outlined in white. Joel will lean into walls when pressed against them, and a quick tab will let you vault them. Yet even if you can skirt patrols with confidence, that vulnerability keeps you on edge. Announce your presence through any noise or get spotted, and you're in trouble. Both scavengers and infected outnumber you, and both are armed to the teeth, or just armed with teeth. Close range combat when it comes is brutal. Strangling is unpleasant and violent finishers horrifying. Death is never glorified, and you'll wince with every bruise and break.
Whoa, look. Fireflies. I mean, real fireflies.
The need to find items, such as health kits and ingredients for Molotov cocktails, trains you to sniff around every area before proceeding. Your ammo count is scarce, so a handful of bullets become a last resort instead of an opening statement. A tossed brick to turn an enemy's head, just long enough to sneak past, is as essential as a gun. While this is an escort story, it's not an escort game. Like Bioshock's Elizabeth, Ellie is mostly immune from harm and will chip in to help. But while Naughty Dog do their best to keep her out of the way during stealth sections, it's apparent at times that Ellie, or any character that's with you, can sometimes clearly be seen by enemies but are being ignored. It cracks the illusion, but thankfully doesn't shatter it. There's also a factions multiplayer mode that tosses you into one of two groups to tie loosely into the story and give you some context, and drops you into a series of maps in 4v4 matches. The setup isn't new, but the approach is. You've as little ammo as single player, forcing you to sneak through maps that always feel just the right size, and work together pinpointing and downing foes. While randomized item boxes will let you build bombs and such, supplies also collected can buy you weapon and armor perks. Less embellished, but interesting in itself, is how Naughty Dog tie the matches together. There's an ongoing metagame as you're charged with picking up a minimum amount of supplies during games, which post-match are handed over to feed your clan, visualized through statistics on your main multiplayer menu. Come in below the target and folks start getting hungry and infected. With each match lasting a day of game time, the idea is to see how many weeks you can survive as your population swells.
How did you know?
Know what?
About the ambush.
I've been on both sides.
While the gameplay mightn't be new or completely original, Naughty Dog have brought together those different elements and made them their own to create a masterclass in survival horror. They've worked hard to make a world that looks blandly real, and as a result you feel completely grounded in it. And a crafted story that'll happily kick you in the heart multiple times. And you'll thank it for the experience. It's a wholly different game from BioShock Infinite, but equally as essential. If irrational sci-fi masterwork can be likened to a poem, then Naughty Dog's game is a taut and compelling documentary. It pulls no punches.
After all we've been through, everything that I've done, it can't be for nothing.